Alright then. I was just there with my brother, and then we just trying to watch something thing on our streaming services, but then we discovered the Black Phone. And we got hooked in the movie. And then years later, now in 2025, we got the trailer for Black Phone 2. And then finally it came out, but we had to wait like a week for Tuesday. And, and then finally we watched it. Well, I want to talk about it. And yeah, I had a great time on Tuesday watching the movie, and now I really, really, really need to talk about Black Phone 2. Like, this is my review of Black Phone 2. Ooh, and this is just, like, my opinion on the movie and my thoughts about it. So, let's begin with it. The movie takes place in the early 1980s. And since the first one takes place in the late 1970s, making this 3 years later. Benny, who's our main protagonist of the first film, shows to beat the shit out of someone. Oh yeah, I almost forgot one thing. Spoilers to anyone who did not watch the movie. So go watch the movie. We can come back to this review. Okay, let's go back. And we see Gwen beating the shit out of someone who thinks that he was just lucky that he killed the grabber. Like, holy fuck. This is what happens when you believe that you beat someone like, I don't know, Michael Myers. You don't believe it. You start beating the shit out of some a random ass person. But then Gwen tells him to stop. Thing, and then we meet this guy, who is Robin's younger brother, who they promised to watch over. And plus, he was played by the same person who played Robin, who did a great job playing a different character, who is related to the character who is dead. And it's crazy that Black Phone did this sort of way. Is that having Robin's brother being like a third main character, it surprises me. Like, we only know Robin for a couple of minutes before he decides to try to beat the shit out of the grabber, and then get kidnapped and get killed. It's exciting. It's like Benny and Gwen keeping the promise to watch over someone that Robin cares about. And I really enjoyed that. And we got some crazy development between him and Gwen. And Gwen is definitely the main character of this movie. Since she's getting visions of 3 new victims of the grabber's past. And this movie did expand on more of the grabber's past than any other slasher killer. Since we all know that the grabber in the Black Phone took inspiration from real life events from the 1970s, the era of dangerous men who uses their good looks and disguises to their advantage. And then they get a look in the past, as in Gwen discovers that their mom was a counselor in a campsite. And this is where I kind of ask, is this a combination of both Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street? I literally made a joke when we almost go to about to watch the movie, and I said, did the grabber graduate from the Freddy Krueger ways of dream hunting? And it's crazy that the grabber went from a normal maniac serial killer to a Freddy level bastard. Third, or I'm not gonna spoil all the things, but there was plenty of things I could say about the movie. Is that the scares are crazy. You don't expect that from a sequel. While some sequels do work, some don't work as shit. Just like that one scene in Scream 2 where all the film kids are just talking about sequels that surpass the originals. Also, like T2 surpasses the original Terminator, and some sequels do not live up with the original at all. Like, that's fine. Now, as long as people agree with the takes. But the scares in the original film did work the job, but the other ones that shows the grabber's earlier victims is an amazing touch since we get to know more about the grabber. And then the plot twist happens. Also, spoiler for this part of the movie, so I advise you again to go see the movie and come back to this review. That let's go back to the original film. We all know Finn and Gwen's mom is stated to be dead because she committed. Well, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm just gonna say that she took her own life. But it's revealed that the grabber was the one who caused her death, since he was trying to save the male, aka the newspaper boy. Only but the grabber stopped her and killed her in the spot and faked it to be her taking her own life. Yeah, that the grabber was the one who ruined Vinny's and Gwen's dad's life and ruining theirs. And then let's talk about the grabber himself. The grabber decides to upgrade from his original attire to the one that looks like he's trying to cosplay as Michael Myers, but he wears covered in ice, since we all know that this takes place in a Christian-themed summer camp. Some way. Also, the makeup effects for the grabber, since he's now dead, look disgustingly terrifying. Like, imagine you take up his mask and see an ugly, decaying bastard underneath. Well, we already know one ugly, disgusting, decaying bastard. My boy Jason. And in the way that Gwen and Vinny get rid of him, it is similar to how Nancy get rid of Freddy in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. But instead, they just jump the shit out of him. And stuff. And now let's get into my negatives about the film. There are plenty of positives I could say. It's that it's way more creepier than the first one and more terrifying. And now for the negatives. Is that one, why it has to be a Christian youth camp? Well, yes, there are plenty of things you could do with this Christian theme campsite, but heck, I even watch a couple of movies that use religion as a source of horror, like the Conjuring movies. Heck, I even predicted one of the characters' lines saying the typical girl, she got the devil in her and stuff. But it's not going to be a source of problems for people for this movie, or some people do, since some of us are really getting tired of seeing religious horror films and stuff. And then there's the grabber's new abilities. Like, how the fuck did he develop the ability to go through other people's dreams, even though he's supposed to be goddamn dead? Like, dead. And how in the world he's supposed... The film didn't explain how the grabber gained his new abilities, but I know people are going to make theories about how the hell did he got his new abilities and how the hell he got his memories back. Can somebody explain? Why? Then how did this crazy bastard characters do and stuff. Also, we only got 3 victims that are from the past. Like, this is supposed to be a slasher film. Again, and we're supposed to see kills from the other cast, but we don't see any of the other campers, the people who are trying to run the camp, get killed. Well, that's kind of like my negatives about the film, but the rest of them are positives of this film. And I know people are hoping that they will announce Black Phone 3, but I don't think that the Black Phone series really needs a third entry. Hey, let's not forget that the words of Terrifier creator says that if you keep on making sequels to a horror movie franchise, you will lose steam eventually. Yeah, I think the Grabber story should put to rest now. Now, Finney and Gwen are done with their character arcs and finally learn what happened to their mom. Should be put to rest. It's kind of like a perfect send-up to the Grabber, but if they're all going to announce Black Phone 3, I'll be there to talk about it. So, yeah, this is my best to do a review on the movie. I enjoyed it. What do you guys think about the movie? Do you think it surpassed the original, or do you think the original is still the best? Leave it down in the comment section below. Oh, and leave a like on this video. And subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I'll do more videos like this for other movies that are coming out soon. And remember, don't answer that phone. See you next time. Bye.